Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel. It's time for the Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers, otherwise known as C.H.U.D. Let's check it out. John Hurd plays George. He's a photographer. He's got a project where he's taking pictures of homeless people. Clearly we know something is in the sewer system, as this young lady just discovered.
You don't understand. I can't.
Lieutenant Bosch.
Chief, you don't understand. It's not my decision.
I know that, but
If you know that, then you know there's nothing I can do about it. You've got your orders, Bosch. Now carry them out.
George's girl, Lauren, is a model.
This is my first chance for national exposure.
Well, very well put. Very well put.
Are you upset because I'm posing you?
Daniel Stern plays AJ. He works in a soup kitchen feeding some of the homeless. He's called the police because a lot of his people have come up missing, people who live underground.
These people, I can't find them.
where do you think they'd be?
Well, some of them are street people. They're probably out on the street somewhere, but I got undergrounders here. People who live underground.
I know that people live underground, so what?
So that's the people that are missing.
Anyway, George meets up again with one of the bag ladies who lives underground to take some more photographs for the project he's doing, where he gets introduced to this guy.
We lose the mayor down there?
The cop's wife is also missing.
Or your mom disappeared?
My wife. All right.
So what exactly is in the sewers?
You tell me. It's a routine inspection of the subways and sewers. It happens every year.
The EPA.
How'd you know about it? I always know when that probe's going on.
Lauren, do you?
Meanwhile, Lauren's pregnant.
I don't know. Think about everything, that I never thought about doing. Going.
We're lost, Dad. We're lost.
Actually, with the underground.
AJ found a Geiger counter
It's
in the
hot
sewers.
down there, Commissioner. Don't tell me the NRC doesn't know about that.
Mr. Wilson.
This monster.
AJ's also got pictures.
Here's a picture of a bite taken out of his leg. Does that look like anything you've ever seen?
Apparently there's some nuclear waste.
Materials through Manhattan.
Sure, there was a big stink about it in the press. Didn't somebody get a court order restraining you from doing it?
That's right. The case is still under appeal. In the meantime, we can't move the stuff.
You've really done it now.
C.H.U.D.
What?
C.H.U.D.
Here, let me see. You know what to do.
Two gas company guys just found it. A cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
This is what they found. So the city sends in a team just in case there may be more of them.
What are we gonna do, Bosch?
I don't know. Wilson's toying with the idea of flooding the sewers with gas.
What?
It's back into those tunnels. If there are any more incidents, we'll turn those mains back on. Are you crazy? We'll blow up the whole city. I'm not going to flood the whole city. Only a section of Soho.
Anyway, he's down there and somebody locks him in. Some government baddies. George goes down there with a reporter. AJ, who was also down there, obviously locked in, discovers a nest of C.H.U.Ds. At George and Laura's apartment, there's apparently a way that the sewers can get into their place. And obviously they got the dog. Somebody found a body. Turns out to be that of Bosch's missing wife.
My God, it's his wife.
Lauren then has an unpleasant experience in the shower. John Goodman and Jay Thomas as police officers.
Excellent. Fun.
I heard that.
Yeah? I'll bet you heard it before.
George, meanwhile, finds a homeless man who apparently is turning into a chud. I guess it's a process.
Killed everybody here. All these people are dead because of you, Wilson. My wife is dead because of you, you son of a bitch!
Lauren's got her own issues back at the house.
Contamination hazard, urban disposal. This shit's contaminated.
This shit is toxic waste.
Back at Lauren's place, she's being stalked by the chuds.
This is Bosch. Do you read me?
Yeah, Bosh.
Where are you?
I'm here. I'm at that place where your guys got killed.
All right, see the side tunnel?
Yeah.
About 100 yards down that tunnel to the right. There's a ladder to a manhole. Be there. I'll open it.
As he was trying to get them out, he gets shot. They managed to get out anyway. Bosch is still alive. Actually, I'm not sure if he's alive or not, but AJ grabs his gun. All right, let's talk about C.H.U.D, one of the memorable horror titles from the 80s. Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers, or it stood for Contaminated Hazard Urban Disposal, I think is what it was. Anyway, it's your basic monster movie. What we have here, it looks like it's New York City, although I don't think they ever specifically stated that, but it was clearly New York. We have a bunch of monsters living in the underground. I don't want to say it's the subways, but it's kind of the subways. There's a bunch of homeless people who live in and about, and some of them live underground, under buildings, that sort of thing. Apparently there's a whole underground network that's connected in this big city here. And the city has stored some toxic waste down there. Apparently there's a lawsuit going on. They were going to try to move it through there and get it out of there, but now a lawsuit has stopped it from doing anything, and so it's just kind of sitting down there. Nobody knows about it. Clearly the toxic waste is leaking, and what it's doing, it's taking some of these homeless people and turning them into chuds. And by chuds, I mean cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. It's turning them into some sort of monster. They turn into these green sea creature almost type people. And I guess they eat people. There's not a whole lot of eating scenes, although I think there was one. But yeah, we're led to believe that they're cannibalistic. Although, is it a cannibal thing if you're a monster and you're eating a human? I don't know, because you were a human, became the monster. I don't know. That's a science question I don't have an answer to. But anyway, a couple people find out about this. Daniel Stern's character, AJ, he works in the soup kitchen. He feeds the homeless. He's the one who realizes that some of his people are missing, calls the police. This guy named Detective Bosch is the one he calls. Bosch's wife happens to be missing also. She wasn't a homeless person, but she obviously got taken, kidnapped, whatever, eaten by a chud. We'll find her. We find out later. We do find her head. And then there's this photographer George, played by John Hurd, who lives with his girlfriend Lauren, who's now pregnant, and he gets involved because he has this photography project where he's taking pictures of the homeless. Ultimately, it's a showdown. The city doesn't want this information to come out. They decide they capture a chud, kill it, and then they decide they're gonna go down there and try to leak gas down there to hopefully kill any other chuds. But of course, our good guys think that all that's gonna do is drive the chuds to the surface. But anyway, there's a climax at the end where John Hurd and Daniel Stern are stuck down there. They eventually get out with the help of Bosch. They shoot the bad guy, the head of the, I don't know, he was the mayor, head of some commission. He knew about it, the EPA, I don't know. They shoot him, and that's how the movie ends. They never really get into whether or not, because they started at one point to flood the tunnels with gas. They never really got into whether or not they succeeded. And I'm guessing they didn't, because there was a sequel called C.H.U.D 2, Bud the Chud, which came out a year or two after this one. So anyway, that's how our movie ended. There you go. I have seen Bud 2, Bud the Chud, but I only saw it once. I don't remember a whole hell of a lot about it. I'm going to watch it in the next couple days just to refresh my memory. I probably won't review that one, but I'll check it out. C.H.U.D, you know, actually, I enjoyed this movie probably a little better than the last time I saw it. This was a movie that was on quite a bit on like the movie channels, HBO, Showtime, back when I was a kid, and that's where I originally taped it. I think I had a Panasonic tape, beta tape, and I saw it a few times, and you know, it was a typical horror movie. No nudity, a fair amount of blood, and you know, like I said, I think I enjoyed it today more than I have in quite a while. It was just kind of a enjoyable little monster movie. Don't expect a whole lot, and you won't be disappointed. So that's it. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's C.H.U.D, Cannibalistic, Humanoid, Underground Dwellers. Watch it. Bye.